My internet is okay. It is working.
No, are you in a proxy or a firewall server? I mean, you're
Uh,
restricted there.
Actually, yes, I am inside my university, but in the last session, I had seen this 1 dB yesterday or
Okay. Can you try
okay,
in incognito mode once?
incognito mode. Okay.
There is some problem with your firewall.
Maybe firewall, maybe.
Maybe they would have blocked recently. Maybe.
Okay, maybe in
Yes.
1 2 days.
Okay, because your project is private, I won't be able to see your project as well, right? So the only way you can look is from the log. So currently the eighth epoch is in progress.
Yes, it is 8. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you see the validation which has previously happened on the seventh after the seventh epoch ended, your
Uh, Here validation
uh,
begin here. Training begins epoch 8.
before that, before that, there is epoch 7 valid loss even before finishing checkpoint 2, where it
Check.
is preparing to save checkpoint for epoch 7. Two
Uh,
lines above. Yes, yes. Here, yeah.
yeah.
So this is the
Uh,
this is where your validation it is there, right? Begin
yeah.
validation on the validation set.
Saving checkpoints to this.
Yes.
Hmm.
So this was the last validation. So your WER is still 100.
Hmm.
Valid underscore
Y-
WER is still 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sir,
Where
you can
this?
try. Yeah. So just one thing, you can try to do one thing. If you have mobile internet data and your phone is not connected to the university Wi-Fi, you can try to open WANDB on your phone browser also, if that's
Okay,
possible.
okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
that
Huh,
will work.
that
Yeah.
will work. That
Yeah.
should work. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Let me try that one.
Mhm. Yeah.
And where 100? Where are you getting this valid? This one 100 valid
Yes.
based WER
Yes.
100.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Harvin,
Yes.
hello.
Yeah.
Yes, Sisir here. So I have one question. Like, when we put that batch size, for example, like 32 million,
Mm.
32 or 3.2 million you have taken, I
3.2.
think, right? Yeah.
3.2.
So that means it will be divided by 16K.
Yeah.
So effectively, that time you check, right? Like 200 second, I think you got that.
Yes.
Okay, so then that we need to multiply with a number of GPUs. So that will be the effective batch size, right?
So that will be the effective batch size. Yes, but the batch size also depends on your frequency update. There is
Yes,
a
yes, frequency update. Yes, yes.
update frequency, right? So
Okay,
that
okay.
parameter as well.
How many actually GPUs means simulated GPUs we are using?
Yes.
Okay. So now my question is that like if we have, for example, we have 16 GPUs, okay,
Hmm.
and each GPUs we are using like 200 seconds of data, and
Hmm.
then 16 into 200, that many seconds of data will get in each batch.
In each
Okay,
batch, yes.
in each batch, yeah. So
Yeah.
now, if we have one GPU where 32 GB is there, for example,
Hmm.
one GPU only, then 32 GPU will be there. And when we do the simulation, like whatever that update frequency we kept, right,
Hmm.
like 24 divided by number of GPUs. So
Hmm.
that how actually that batch size will be then at that time?
So batch size, or if you have a bigger GPU, let's say 32 GB, then you'll find a new batch size according to that GPU, right? Then it won't be 3.2 million.
Yes,
It
that will be upgradation we need to do then.
Yes, so it might be 6.4 million. It might be 9.6 million. right?
Okay, okay, okay.
Depending on where you get good out of memory error.
Okay, okay. We need to check till that point of time.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, thanks, thanks. Okay, okay. Here actually in their paper they are using, in the Facebook paper they are using 1.6 hours of in that training.
Yes, because they have 32
Face-to-face.
GPUs, right?
Yes, yes, 32 GPUs. Yes,
So if
yes.
you multiply 200 seconds, I don't know, with 32, I don't know how much it is.
That many hours of it will be. Okay. And another thing, Harvan, like whenever you get time, like maybe in this session or is tomorrow's session, you can just explain about the pre-training ones, like whatever the configure regarding the 10,000 hours of data,
Hmm.
how you have trained. You no need to train in the GPUs, but how you have trained, what the configuration you have put, and did you change any network architecture? All those things maybe you can discuss. It will be helpful for us actually.
So see, everything of that is mentioned in the paper. I am not sure if you've checked the paper.
Oh, okay. Oh, that only you just use that whatever is
Yes,
mentioned in paper. Okay,
exactly. Whatever parameters also we are using, we have mentioned in the paper itself.
okay, okay. Fine, fine.
Yes.
Okay, okay. I'll go through that. Yes,
So you
thanks.
go through the paper, you go through the documentation on this experimentation in the pre-training side. If you have
Okay.
any questions, then we can take that. Yes.
Yes, fine. Oh, thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
Okay, so I hope so. Still, I mean, a lot of people would be facing that still the WER is at 100. I think there is nothing to worry about because that is the expected behavior since we have a very small, I mean, a GPU which is an entry level GPU. Then it is kind of a difficult. I mean, it kind of takes time to work on that GPU. If we would have V100 or A100, this training would have been completed till 35 to 40 epochs by now. Okay, so don't worry. I'll show you the graph when I trained using this network. What happened with the single GPU? Okay, so I already trained one complete network. So because the data is same, so there is nothing to worry about. So you can check till 747 updates. Okay, till 747 updates, the valid WER was constant at 100. Only after only after the 747 epoch, it started decreasing exponentially. Okay, so I already trained using one GPU. So if you are somewhere around 15 epochs or 16, so one epoch is 30 updates. So if you are somewhere around maybe one epoch is not 30, it's 35. So 35 into, if you are 350, 350, 700. So you need to do at least 20 epochs to get your WR decreasing from here. Okay, please don't worry. See, this is the actual graph in which I used a single GPU. Okay, and it's the same GPU that you are using. You can check in the overview. So I used Tesla T4. This is the same GPU that you are using. I'm using a GPU 1 and I'm using CPU count 8. The exact same configuration that you are using, the same machine. Okay. So these were the training logs. I trained till what? I trained till epoch 42. And in epoch 42, what was my train, I mean valid WER? It was 22. Okay. So if you are somewhere around 15th epoch, 16th epoch, still you will be getting the 100 WER. Don't worry, it is expected. What I want to tell you is that when you have a lot of data, when you have huge amount of data, then you won't face this problem of WER constant at 100. Okay, I want to show you our project in which we fine-tuned Hindi model on 4200 hours of label data. Okay, Hindi, 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 Hindi. So you check when the first epoch completed, our WER was 30. In the second epoch, our WER was 29. And we just did only 4 or 5 epochs because the data was 4200 hours of Hindi data. Okay, and one epoch also took a lot of time to happen. You check the number of updates, check 40,000 updates in a single epoch. Okay, that's huge. And here we are just doing, I mean, 30 updates in a single epoch. Okay, so if you have a huge amount of data, then you won't get a graph like this. But if you're working on, say, 10 hours, 100 hours, or maybe 200 hours, then for initial epochs, it remains to be constant at 100. Only then after it starts decreasing from there onwards. Okay, so nothing to worry about.
Harvey?
Yes.
Yeah. Suppose if I'm collecting data for fine tuning a model.
Hmm.
So, like, how do I know that where to stop? Like, suppose, like you have trained for 4,200 hours, right?
Hmm.
So, like, how do I know, like, how much data is enough to get a good deployable model?
See, this is experimental thing, okay? Because if this is thing is deterministic, then AI would be very much easier, right? It all depends like how much data do I add until my performance doesn't increases that much. Okay, so suppose we also get a lot of this question: why you did with 4200 hours? Why not 1000 hours? Maybe you get the same performance with 1000 hours, but we had 42 hours of data. We used 4200 hours of data. Okay, so we wanted to use the entire data. But yes, this is a highly experimental question in deep learning. Like, while adding more data, will the performance of my system improve or not? Okay, or whether collecting more data is useful for my system or not. Okay, so generally the rule of thumb says that if you have a good amount of labeled data, I mean in the range of 500 to 600 hours, unless you do it 10 times, okay, unless you do it 10 times, you won't see a much effect in the WER. Okay, so I'll give you a statistic. Unless you do your data 10 times, you would be only able to decrease your WER by 3 to 4%. So suppose you have a model which is trained on 500 hours of label data, okay, and the WER is 20. Suppose now you decide, okay, let me collect 500 hours of data more. Okay, if your collection of newer data is very high quality in the sense the transcript is very accurate, because the transcript can also be not accurate, right? It can be done by multiple people, it can be done by a transcript engine which might be inaccurate at its end. Then you might see that the WER only may decrease to 16 or 17. But if you increase your data from 500 hours to 5000 hours, then you can see a big jump in WER. You can see that maybe my WER reduces by 50%. From 20 to it has reduced down to 10. Okay, but there is no hard and fast rule. You always have to experiment. That is why this field is so experimental.
Okay. I don't have to worry about phonetically balanced database, right? So
Yes.
is that not a
See,
worry?
if your process is not biased in a certain form, then you don't have to worry about phonetical, because what happens is that if your process is biased towards collecting a particular set of data, then you can say that only these phonemes are covered. But if you're collecting your data naturally, we expect that to come out of a Gaussian distribution. Okay, and when it comes out of a Gaussian distribution, it means that the words that are collected, or the data that is collected, is similar to what we will see in the test set, what we see in the normal word. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so
Hello, sir.
yeah.
Like I have a query. Assume that in our pre-trained it is trained around say some 5,000 hours,
Hmm.
right? And that model is there. And for fine tuning, if we give more than the pre-trained,
Hmm.
will it affect the performance?
No, no.
So I uh, in the pre-train, it just learns the all sort of representations. It doesn't
Yes,
matter in fine tune how much amount of data you give to the system.
yes, yes. So
Okay.
because fine tuning is for mapping of those representations to labels.
Okay.
Okay.
So in the pre-train, is there a metric? See, in fine tune we generally have this word error rates, right?
Yes.
So in a pre-train, is there a metric
Yes, of
in
course. There
in
is a
some sort?
metric. There is called
Like
accuracy in pre-train. So
that
I'll
that is
say
with respect to that loss, right?
yes, contrastive loss.
Yeah, yeah.
But the metric is accuracy. See, valid accuracy. It keeps
Okay,
on increasing slowly and slowly. From 50, it
okay.
increased to 60. So this is our pre-trained model logs. Okay.
Okay.
So you can see that the accuracy is increasing from 52% to 60%, which means that
Yeah.
60% of the times it's able to predict correctly.
Okay. I mean,
Okay.
the feature is well learned when compared to the 50 to
Yes.
60.
Yes.
Okay.
I think, in my opinion, pre-trained models are like universal background models.
Um,
I don't know what are universal background models actually.
Means that data is diversified. That means like a large amount of data we are collecting and training the model initially, and that on top of that we are what you call
we'll just adapt to that network, right? Yeah.
adaptation we are doing.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. In
Yeah.
fact, the pre-trained model can be from many languages. Even though you are developing a system for a single language later,
Hmm.
this can be data from various this one.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, sir. That is
So
the meaning of universal background, sir. Yes, sir.
yes. Okay. So that is what we had done in CLS RIL pre-trained model. We have taken data from 23 different languages.
Ah,
So it is 10,000 hours of data. So it contains data from Hindi, Assamese, Bengali, Bodo, all the Indic languages. Okay. So if it is mentioned in the paper, Anil, is it mentioned in the paper, the duration?
Yeah, yeah. There's a
Yes.
table. Yeah.
Yes. So you can see here. Uh, in a pre-trained model, we have this amount of data from every language. Okay, Assamese 250 hours, Bengali is 331 hours, Bodo is 26 hours, Dogri is 17, and Maithili is 113, Punjabi is 486, and where is Hindi? Hindi is the maximum with 4500. Okay, so this is how we have collected 10,000 hours of data and trained one pre-trained model, a big pre-trained model for everyone to get started on Indic languages.
Sir, another thing, like in continuation to that question, like assume my data is, I mean, for pre-training, it is on it's on some domain,
Hmm.
and some sort of features are learned,
Hmm.
right? And in the fine tune, that's on another domain.
Hmm.
Have you checked such experiments?
It
I
doesn't
mean,
matter.
it doesn't matter, right?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But what
Yeah.
matters is
Yeah.
another very good point that you have picked up, which I want to tell you. So in
Okay.
pre-training data, what we can have is we can have one speaker speaking for 1,000 hours.
Yes.
Okay, but in fine tuning, we cannot have
Yeah.
this type of label data. Here we have to put a cap on a particular speaker. What does a speaker actually contributes to the fine tune data? So if you, let's say if your total data is 50 hours, then you cannot have 45 hours from a single speaker.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, here the diversity matters. In fine tuning, the diversity of voices that you collect matters, but in pre-training, it doesn't matter.
Okay. So the ideal ratio should be around 5 minutes, right, sir? For 50 hours, 5 minutes should be the maximum utterance from one speaker, right? I mean,
For 50 hours, I mean, you can have maybe 50 speakers with 1 hour, or maybe you can have 100 speakers with half an hour.
yeah, that depends on number of speakers again.
Yes, that depends. Unless and until,
Yeah.
suppose somebody comes and tells you, I want a speech recognition model that works only on maybe Prime Minister Narendra Modi's voice.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Then you just have to collect PM's voice, right?
Yeah.
Then you don't need my voice, your voice, or any other voice in the data set, in the
Yeah.
fine-tuned data set.
Okay.
Okay. You just collect the PM voice, you fine tune your data set, and you said that this model is trained on PM voice and this will work also on PM's voice.
Okay. So this is fine tuning is something like if I want a generalized model, collect from
Generally, yes, yes, yes.
generalized speakers based on number of speakers, or
Yeah.
if it is like some sort of speaker dependent, then we have to bias to that particular speaker.
Yes, absolutely.
So this is more or like a fine tuning. You can say in a nutshell to say it's some sort of biasing.
Yes. So this is how you collect your data,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, your data collection process derives what your model will learn eventually.
Yeah. How well it performs. That
Yeah.
depends on the quality of the data.
Yes, absolutely.
Sir, like on this grounds, like there was a I think some session where the Google have told that the transcription doesn't matter for us. We generally collect the data. We just give a rough transcription, even at the fine tune. But how are they able to get that good accuracy on specific domains? I'm not talking on a generic domain.
So we'll talk about that. You'll get an answer after this session. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir. Sure. Thank you.
Okay. So I think this model is already been trained for Ganesh. Where is Ganesh model?
It's in one. Now it's in, I think, 105 epoch. It's still reducing the error.
Yes. So I think we should stop and we should take your model and do the inference, right? Because still it is on 15 WER. But the point here is how to reduce further from here. Okay. Because I think the model has what it wanted to learn. The ASR model, what it wanted to learn, it has learned already. Okay. And now the point is how to reduce the WER further. So there is something known as a language model. Okay, so I hope that you people might have actually read this term somewhere. So I don't have slides for this, but this is a very good link if you want to read about the language model. I'll pass on this link. So what does a language model do, first of all? So language model is can be a statistical language model or a probabilistic language model. Okay, it determines the probability, like if how frequent the two words or three words come together. Okay, so what is the probability of these words coming together? So this is something that is that is what a language model tells us. Okay, so I'll read the paragraph. So it says that language model is the use of various statistical and probabilistic techniques to determine the probability of a given sequence of words occurring in a sentence. Okay, so language model analyze bodies of text data to provide a basis for their word predictions. Okay, and we actually generally use in our projects a 5-gram language model. So what is a 5-gram language model? So basically n gram, 2 gram, 3 gram, 4 grams, there can be any gram. So what is a gram, first of all? So gram means a combination. Okay, so like today is dash weather. So what can come with weather? Rainy weather, sunny weather, right? So there is a probability of 2 or 3 words which is highest when it comes to weather in a particular sentence, in a particular sequence. Okay, so n-gram is the simplest language model. Okay, so they create a probability distribution for a sequence of n. The n can be any number and defines the size of the gram. Okay, so if n is 2, then it's a bigram. If n is 1, it's a unigram. If n is 3, then it's a trigram. Okay, so n means the probability of so if n equal to 5, it might look like what is the probability of these 5 words coming together. Okay, so this is what something a language model tells us. Now what we will do, we will run a language model on the top of our ASR output. Okay, first of all, we will create a language model. So first, you have to understand what is a language model. A language model is something that understands the relationship between different words coming together. Okay, So different words coming together, it means that if we have a sentence, then a language model can give a score to the sentence, like what is the score of these sentence being an actual sentence. Now, how it will know the score? We will have to give language model a text in the training, so that in the training process, the language model understands the relationship between different words. Okay, so what we are going to do, we already have the train.word file in which we have all the transcriptions in a single file. We will pass that file. We will pass that file to a language model, and the language model will learn all the probabilities of words coming together on its own. So how does it work? And it's totally out of scope. But the problem here, what we are trying to solve is that it cannot be that today is a killing weather. So killing is cannot be come with the weather. If it has to be a proper sentence. Okay, so there is a probability of sunny or rainy more than the killing. Okay, so it might be that the ASR has some misspelled words in the output. So those misspellings we have to correct using a language model. Okay, so for that we will be creating a KNLM based language model. So KNLM is a language modeling library. So this is already installed in your system. Okay, so this is not a new technology. It is all, you can see it was created like 8 years ago. This is nothing new. Okay, people used language models even previously to check how what is the how does the output make sense? And this language model doesn't have only its application within speech. It has application in translation as well. When you're translating from one language to another language, then also it is checked that what is the probability of these words coming together when you translate from one language to another. Okay, so this is a very old library and 10 years old, but this improves the results of ASR drastically. Okay, and you will see it by your hand. Okay, so the only caveat here is that the training text that we have, we will pass that training text to a language model, so that the language model can learn can learn probabilities of certain words coming together, so that if even in the output of ASR it is misspelling that word is auto corrected by the language model. Okay, so now you'll ask me, why only training set? Why not we can have a huge corpus, right? We can have a huge corpus. In fact, the language model that we are providing in our open source repo is trained on 32 million lines of Hindi text. 32 million lines of Hindi text. So this is a language model that we are providing as we have open source. So this language model is built on 32 million Hindi lines. So the language model input is only text. Okay, it just needs the text to understand the relationship between different words. Okay, now somebody asked me, how can you create a domain specific model? Okay, so there are two ways. There are two ways to create a domain specific model. The first way is you create a general ASR that can work anywhere. You can create a general ASR, I mean speech to text model that can work on anywhere. Okay, like the fine tuning task that we are doing. You create a fine tuning model that can work anywhere. On top of that fine tune model, you create a domain specific language model. Okay, so suppose if we are working only on chemistry data, and we know that but in our training set we had nothing, no formulas for chemistry or biology, then our output of the speech to text model will also not have any of those words, and those words will be misspelled. But the point here is, if you have a language model that is trained on that chemistry or biology data, then you can allow the model to recorrect its transcription. Okay.
Yeah. Arvind, can I share my screen? I have a slide for this.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, is my screen visible? So yeah, as Arvind rightly pointed out, that once your acoustic model is general enough, right, you can easily adopt to that particular domain just by changing the language model. Okay. So what you see in the slides are 4 things, right? So one is the reference. So first of all, we wanted to test our model on something which is very domain specific, a biomedical language. So it contains a lot of scientific names, disease names, body parts, cell parts. So all a lot of biology text, right? And there are four things you see here. So one is reference. So reference is the true text. Okay, so this is the true text which we want to predict, and we have the audio for this, right? Then Viterbi output is the output without any language model, which you see just the greedy decoding. You without applying any language model, you get this output, right? The old LM is basically LM on general text. So the text which we get from training, the text which we scrap from anywhere on the internet, not specifically biomedical text. Okay. And then biomedical text we basically gather from open source PubMed articles. So there are abstracts of PubMed articles which were open sourced, and we trained a language model on this. Okay. So we see many. So you see the first sentence, we assess 2 groups of tremor subjects on measures of proprioception, kinesthesia, position, sense, and motor function using a robotic exoskeleton. Okay. So you see the Viterbi output is just trying to basically write down whatever it hears. Okay. So you see many spelling mistakes, proprioception, kinesthesia, right? All these things. And the old LM, probably because a lot of biology words are not in there. Some might be there, but we hadn't done that deliberately, right? It gets some of the words correct, but the new LM is basically able to decode everything correctly. So all the scientific words are coming out as it is, right? Proprioception, kinesthesia, exoskeleton. And you see this basically this pattern in every sentence. So electroencephalography, right? The Viterbi output for this is electroencephalography. So it's just try to write down whatever it hears. Then the old LM tries to do something. This word is probably not present in the text while training the LM, but this word was there in the new LM, and we get it like perfectly fine, right? So LM plays a big part in customizing your model to a particular domain. Once you have, of course, a lot of acoustic variability and a lot of pre-training and fine-tuning data is, as Harveen has mentioned, that it has sufficient diversity and all those things. So yeah, this is all I had to.
Anirudh, yeah, Harvin, let us take 5 minutes break. Like I'll introduce one of our supporters, ma'am, Sushila ma'am, you're there?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. So welcome to this virtual school, ma'am. We're glad to have you. Let me introduce Dr. Sushila Venkataraman. She is a governing council member and joint secretary at IIT Alumni Center, Bangalore. So many of us are not aware what is this IIT Alumni Center is all about. They're doing all wonderful activities over there in Bangalore. Today, let us know what is this IIT Alumni Center and what are its activities and how can we get associated with it. Before that, I'll introduce you to Dr. Sushila Venkataraman. She has worked as a director for SGB's Unnati Foundation, and she's a chairperson for Arogya World India Trust. She also had worked as principal director, Office of Information Systems and Technology, Asian Development Bank, ADB. Also, she had worked as Director, Internet Business Solutions Group, Cisco Systems India. She did her master's in physics from IIT Delhi. Then also she has done MBA in Faculty of Management Studies, University of Delhi. Then she has done PhD at Birla Institute of Technology and Sciences. So let's listen more on IIT alumni ACB chapter at Bangalore, because they have been one of the supporters for our virtual school. Over to you, ma'am. Yeah, please.
Thank you. Thanks very much for this opportunity to present. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, if you can
Great.
just make it full screen. That.
Isn't it full screen now?
No, not it.
No.
I think that should be fine. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, great. So, so thank you very much. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk about, a dream that a number of IIT alumni from across the IITs, a dream that we had, and which has taken shape, and there is a lot of work that we're doing. So thank you for this. I've also been kind of sitting in on some of the sessions and learning a lot. I do hope that our attendees of this whole summer school are learning and gaining a lot from this experience. And I, of course, hope that we can bring many more such sessions to our audiences. So IIT Alumni Center was started a few years ago by alumni of all of the IITs who live in Bangalore, in and around Bangalore. We reckon that there's probably about 10 to 15,000 IIT alumni floating around at any point of time in Bangalore. And the idea was that because Bangalore doesn't have an IIT, is there a place where we could anchor and help IIT alumni to come together, network, and be able to build collaborations. So that was the starting point. But then what we also realized is that the alumni from across IITs are actually, we've had a lot of experience in academia and industry, and much of that experience can actually be put to use to do something really significant for the country. So we said that what we would like to do is really focus on the innovation aspect. The IITs are doing fantastic work, as of course a number of other academic institutes, but IITs is where we focus. So how do we bring the IITs, the work that is happening there, together with industry and the various alumni? How can we bring all of these together to really create, to help India become a force to reckon with? So that was the thought in our mind. So as one of our first goals, we've set that we will catalyze. So we are not going to execute projects on our own. There are industries, there are companies that are doing a lot of work. There are IITs that are doing a lot of work. What we can do is merely support, catalyze, and help all of this to come together. So you see, we've got ourselves a pretty hefty goal. It's basically how can we support adding 5,000 crores to the national economy in the next 3 years. So that's really what we're trying to do. Initially, we chose 4 focus areas because we can't really do everything. So there is AI, 5G and networking, there's manufacturing. AI and 5G and networking go together, right? Because it's all the ICT space, manufacturing, aerospace, and biotech. So we picked these, and based on this, I will talk a little later about what we did with these 4 focus areas. Our programs are to start with knowledge dissemination. That is one of our primary goals. We'd like to really share the knowledge that is there amongst alumni, amongst the in the IITs and industry. We'd like to bring all of that information and knowledge out. So we are doing webinars and workshops. Of course, many of our webinars, as well as before that, when we had physical meetings were possible, what is the work that is happening in the IITs. catalyze projects for the IITs together with industry and various governments. And I will give you a couple of examples of that in a while. And then, of course, just create opportunities for collaboration and mentoring, because as IIT alumni who have had a lot of experience.
Have you gone to the second slide? So
Yes.
we can only see the first one. Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe you can do a screen sharing in that case. Yeah.
Are you able to see the second slide now?
No, the screen is gone now.
So what should I do?
One thing is, if you can just go to the present now.
Yeah.
And you click on your entire screen. Yeah.
Okay.
Then all your screen is all projected to the participants. Like, yeah.
Now?
Have you clicked on that your entire screen, ma'am?
Yes.
Madam, first you need to share your screen. Screen is not shared. At the bottom, you will find a button.
There's a present now button.
Yes, I did press on
click
that.
on that. Yes. Then click on your entire screen.
Yes.
If you click on that, like it asks a desktop. If you can just highlight that particular desktop and then share. Yeah.
Yeah. Screen. You got that?
Yeah. Now we are getting it. Like,
okay. Now you're able to see.
Yeah. Now you can make the full screen. Yeah.
Something that says areas of focus.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. We can see that.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. So as I said, knowledge dissemination, showcasing the work that's happening in the IITs. How do we catalyze projects for the IITs? And how do we create collaborations and mentoring with the IIT alumni and the entire IIT ecosystem? We also have a physical building coming up, and we sometimes wonder whether it has an applicability given what we've been through in the last year and a half, but we really believe that it does have a huge amount of relevance because all the IITs are going to have offices there. Most of the IITs are already our partners and have contributed to bringing this center up. And so the IITs are going to have extension offices and various facilities which will enable them to work with continuing education, for example, or with students and faculty and so on, and projects as well. And we are also going to look at setting up centers of excellence as well as an incubation facility, basically to address projects that we believe are of national priority that need a large number of entities to come together. So much is happening in bits and pieces, but how do we bring everyone together? So just wanted to show you what the building, when it finally comes up, is going to look like. And here it is. This is where we are currently. It's about 100,000 square feet in all. And we're going to be launching it on 15th of August, which is the day we were founded. And then by early 2022, hopefully, we should have it functional. So what do we do with this building? Who can use it? IIT alumni can all become members. And today we have 184 members. There are institutional memberships that are possible, and we have 2 institutional members right now. Educational institutions, companies, just anyone can become a member. The facilities are available for conducting events. If it's for an academic institution, they want to conduct an exam in Bangalore, they don't have their own facility, we're welcome to use our facility. And of course, as I said, we also have some incubation space. So what have we done so far? I mentioned that we chose 4 industry areas. We did a deep dive into those 4 industry sectors during last year in February, when we had the IIT Industry Conclave. We had pretty much a large number of the IITs, directors were there, and faculty were there. And, we did this meeting to talk about how does each of these industries move forward. And there were some fantastic deliberations and a lot of conclusions. We've tried to pick on those and then say, how can we now move this forward? And I'll talk specifically about the AI Center and where we're going with it. We've done IT security seminars, both in an open format for anyone who wanted to join, and for a couple of organizations who specifically wanted it for their staff. We used to run these monthly networking and information sessions, which we call the third Saturday monthly meets. We were running them for several years, and but then, COVID put an end to that. But we then transitioned to an online mode pretty early, and we have had 37 webinars. All of them are up on our YouTube channel, and we have had a very large number of people looking at them, so we are very happy that these webinars have been able to spread information and knowledge to a large number of people across the country and globally as well. So a little bit about the Center of Excellence in AI, because that is a subject that everyone in this audience would be interested in. We set up a task force which has members from the IITs. We have alumni, and who obviously bring industry experience. So we set up a task force. What we've said is that we will conceptualize and support projects that will address issues of national importance. And that is the reason we said we will start with looking at language and Indian languages, why they are important. I'm sure you've heard a lot about it, so I'm not going to talk about any of that. But basically, we said we will start by focusing on language. And so we said we are also going to, anything that we do is going to be open resources that are available for faculty and industry across the country. And so, I mean, if internationally it is useful, so be it. We also said we will support the development of skills and an understanding of AI and related technologies, because that's going to be so important for India as a whole moving forward. And if you're going to talk about the next trillion growth of GDP and so on, where will it come from? A lot of that is going to be enabled by AI. So what can we do to kind of spread the knowledge and understanding of AI? And also help youngsters who are coming into the industry, help them understand why these technologies are going to be so important and why career in those is a good thing. And of course, we will also look at adoption of AI technologies by industry and how we can get to the cutting edge in all of that. We had done a deep dive workshop in July of 2019. We had 40 participants. This was in physical format. 40 participants from industry. We had, see, the unique thing that IIT ACB brings is we are able to bring in faculty from across IITs, from across educational institutions and industry. And that adds a lot of value to the participants because, it's not one single IIT, but expertise and projects that have come from across many of them. So there was 3 days of deep learning in various areas. You can see that there. We're very happy that our first project success, though, is something that we've done together with something that was led by IIT Dharwad. And Professor Prasanna, many thanks to you for leading this effort, which is a speech-to-speech translation for tribal languages using deep learning methods. And the whole idea is tribal languages are forgotten. It's not something that we think about on a daily basis, unlike the main scheduled languages. So how do we preserve those languages and therefore the communities, their culture, their practices, all of that? So that is where we are headed to with that project. Multiple IITs are involved and Triple IT Dharwad as well. AkeStep is a big part of any of our work in AI, and I must commend them for the fantastic work that they are doing. We've chosen 4 tribal languages for this particular project, and you see them listed here. They are in Karnataka and Orissa. What are just another example of a project that we've signed up on? We signed an MOU with Karnataka State Industrial Development Finance Corporation. And they specifically are looking at water and the issues of water in the city, which are there's quite a lot of problems. And those of you who are in Bangalore would know about it. Those who are not outside may have heard of it. It's not very different from what's happening in other urban centers. But Karnataka said, let's try and look at how technology can help us. So we've signed up an MOU with them, and we are trying to bring multiple IITs together to address these specific issues and use. Again, they're listed here. We are also looking at setting up catapults for manufacturing, and again, using the inputs and expertise from many IITs to be able to do that. So that's it. That's all that I wanted to briefly present and tell you about the kinds of things that we are doing, the kinds of activities we are carrying out. To the specific question of what more can we do with it? What can IIT, or what does IIT ACB intend to do? We certainly would like to see at the heart of a lot of what we do are two things. There's innovation and there is expertise. Of course, the two are completely interrelated, but we'd like to focus on that. So for the group of participants, if you're IIT alumni, you can become individual members of the IIT ACB. We used to think of it as something that was Bangalore based, but now, given this virtual world, even if you're not based in Bangalore, you're absolutely welcome to become a member. And educational institutions we are very happy to have you on board with us. What we will do is be able to bring together these collaborations so that projects can be executed, so that we can run these workshops and seminars and whatever else. Of course, always in partnership with the IIT system and any other partners that might be relevant, as well as the industry. And the third thing is, if there is anyone who would like to have an incubation, do a startup or incubate an idea, that's something we would like to again help out with. Find an industry partner, get the IITs to become advisors. IIT alumni themselves will volunteer to mentor these startups. So those are the ways in which we can collaborate and partner. And I do hope we will see many of you partnering with us and working with us in the future also. So good luck. I hope that this whole area of language processing does become a big wave that will help this country no end. So thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It is always a pleasure to listen to you. So how would one say, there are two aspects to it. One is many of us are from IIT, so we can certainly become one of the members in the IIT Alumni Center. And how about people who are not IIT alumni? How would they become members, if in case they want to get associated with it? Can you let us know?
Yeah. So non-IIT alumni cannot become members, full members, but they can opt in, so that we can make them part of our mailing list and we can keep them informed of all the activities and they can participate in them. So in those activities that are open, they can participate in all of them. Yeah, so it's basically, if you would like to be on our mailing list, just let us know.
Okay.
You have my email. You can just let me know, and we'll do that for anyone. But institutions, so if any of the education institutions wants to become a member, that they can do. They do not have to be IIT alumni for that.
Okay, that's fantastic. Yeah, so maybe possibly we can add all the participants to the mailing chain. That's one thing. And as you said, educational institutes and also universities, in case they're interested, they can be part of this IIT alumni. Thank you. Participants, like, do you have any questions in this regard?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, hi.
Actually, I am from NIT Arunachal Pradesh. So I am working on a tribal language, Adi, of
Oh, wow.
Arunachal. Will it be help? I want to be get in touch with you. So in this regards, so in future, if some difficulties come to my project, then I will contact you.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very delighted to have you on board with us. Sure, sure.
Yeah. Thank you.
And Deepak can share my email. You can share my email with them.
Sure, ma'am. We'll share the mail ID, and also in case they mail to become members or something, if we can help them. So yeah, that will be fantastic.
100%. We will do that.
Yeah, fine, ma'am.
All right.
Any other questions from participants? Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for that wonderful presentation on IIT ACB. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, we need your cooperation.
Of course, I mean, that's why we that's exactly why we formed our thing. Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
I don't need to unshare or anything, right? I think it's already unshared.
I think it's done, ma'am. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Harvin. Sorry, Anirudh, you can continue.
Yes. Sure. So, Ganesh, if your model is trained, can you share that model with us?
Shall I stop it? Because it's still, I think it is still converging. It's around 14.7 now.
Maybe you can give us the checkpoint best and we can keep it running if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. So how can you share? Can you share, put it on a drive or something?
I'll share it via Google Drive or OneDrive. Anything is fine.
I mean, if you can upload on Google Drive, that would be good.
Yes. Just give me a couple of seconds.
Yeah, sure.
I have posted one query. Can you just answer me?
Okay, so what about proper nouns? I think LM should help, right? So because most of the Indian names are not recognized by Google or...
Yes, but I mean, Indian names, right? I mean, like our name, proper names, right?
Yes.
Say something Mirishkar Sai Ganesh or like someone, some XYZ. Because Indians' names are different when compared to the Western names, right?
Yes.
So this normal ASRs, those are not recognizing properly, right? So LM, if I just put my name in an LM, it will just treat it as an isolated word, right? There won't be any connectivity. Then how will this LM benefit in that particular scenario?
Yes.
That was my query.
So LM, you cannot just put your word. I mean, it has to be in a sentence.
Yes.
Right? Like Sai Ganesh hails from Tamil or whatever it is. I mean, whatever is the sentence, right? So, and there can be multiple sentences on your name, right? So if you check our, I mean, yesterday I showed you a demo on English ASR as well. Okay.
Yes.
So I spoke some Indian names like Anirudh.
Yes. Initially you spoke Anirudh. Anirudh didn't recognize, but at the second half it recognized.
Yes. So Anirudh, then Rahul Dravid also spoke, right?
Yes.
It depends. So how much times your name has come in the training text of LM? Okay, that also matters. And not just, it shouldn't be just your name. It should be framed in a sentence. Okay, in a meaningful sentence.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is the only way to have a good model for names. If you can include a lot of names, if you can have a corpora, which is, so there are a lot of techniques by which you can create synthetic data using your own words. Okay. So basically you can provide these words and the models will create text on those words, which you can use on language model.
Okay. No, the reason is why I was is like there are some architectures being coming in the transformer, right? To predict the particular say some sort of domain or a name entity. Like, can we do the same thing with respect to LM?
Yes. See, even after the results of LM, you can do a post processing. Okay. So basically on the sentence, you can find what are the proper nouns or nouns. Okay. Yesterday, you might have seen that all the proper nouns were capitalized by the model, right?
Yes.
So that we do something in the post processing of the LM output. Okay.
Okay.
So once you recognize that, okay, this might be the proper noun in there, then you can also create a spell check or autocorrect model. Okay. Which can be based on names, which can be based on abbreviation. Like nobody writes Dr. Naresh like this, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Doctor is always written as DR,
Yes.
right? So basically, all these post-processing rules you can define after the output of ASR plus language model.
Okay.
But yes, a lot of this is still in research, okay, and there are no
Yeah.
clear-cut answers to this question. Okay.
Okay. So it is something like again a multimodal problem, right? I mean
Yes.
ASR and NLP together.
Yes, absolutely.
Can we think like that?
Yes.
That's correct. So Ganesh, like even in our English model, which Harveen displayed yesterday, we are doing some inverse text normalization in which the doctor turns to DR dot.
Yes.
Okay. So and there are also entity identification is also happening in the output, right?
Yes.
And that is working in sync with the weighted finite state transformer in which we have transducer in which we have written the grammar rules for a particular language.
Okay.
So there are many ways to deal with this ambiguity. So some use a sequence-to-sequence model, some write grammar rules using a transducer. Some people are using an end-to-end approach. They call it something known as transformer rescoring, right? So, yeah.
Which one do you suggest is better? Like, I mean,
For
according
us,
to your experience.
Yeah, for us, like entity identification with coupled with a transducer, which has grammar rules written for that particular language, that works fine for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Harvinji, I'm zipping it. I have to push it to my local PC and then update. Once it is done, I'll let you know.
Okay, sure. So I have a small update. So actually, I'm running out of battery power. In our area, we don't have electricity due to heavy rains, and it will get repaired by tomorrow only. So I have only 29% battery left as of now. So I would try to cover the topics that are left. Whatever topics that I won't be able to cover will be covered by Anirudh and my other team members. Okay. So I'll try to cover as fast as possible. Okay, so let's start the creation of a language model. Like, how do you create a language model? Okay, so yesterday we skipped one folder. I think I have to close the terminal and open again. Okay, so we are in the experimentation folder. So if you do ls here, you'll see that there is a folder for language model, LM. So LM stands for language model, okay, which you'll find currently that is empty, okay. So
Arvind, your
what?
screen is not refreshed. Is everyone seeing the same screen or is it just me?
Yeah, we are seeing the same screen only.
Yeah, Arvind, your terminal is stuck somewhere.
Okay.
Can you share again? Yeah.
I'll share again. Are you able to see terminal now? I think yes, right? Okay.
Yes. No terminal.
No terminal.
No, you are in the browser window. Can
you? I'm sharing my entire screen. I don't know what happened. Still terminal is not visible?
Yeah, now it's visible.
So what do you see on my terminal?
Yeah, we see the LM folder. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, great. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a language model from the training text. Okay, so as usual, you have to go to scripts folder, and inside scripts folder you'll see a folder name as LM. You can see here LM. So for fine tuning we use the fine tuning folder. For LM we will be using the LM folder. Okay, so I'll go inside the LM folder, and there is just one bash file which is run LM pipeline. Okay, so I'll open this pipeline, and I'll just provide a name, okay, to LM. Let's say I provide train text. So just to have give a name to a language model, I would say that this language model's name is train text, which means that this language model was trained using the training text only. Okay. So what I will do is, that's it. That is all you have to do. You just have to name your LM. Okay. So I'll just post the command. But first of all, once you've done this, just run bash, run LM pipeline. So the language model has been created. It doesn't take a lot of time because it's a statistical language model. I'll just show you the output again. So what it does, it calculates the number of words in your training set. Okay, so then it calculates the word frequency, and then it takes the top 5 lakh words, and from those 5 lakh words it tries to find relationship between different words together. Okay, and it creates a ARPA file. So ARPA file, I mean, again, it's a format in which the language model is saved, and a couple of processing is happening here. And now if you check the LM directory that I just showed you before, you'll see something like train text, a folder like train text. So inside train text, if you do ls, you'll have a couple of files. So one is lexicon.lst, another is lm.binary. Okay, so lm.binary is our language model, okay, which contains relationship between different words together. Lexicon, as the name suggests, contains words. I'll just go ahead. So this is the lexicon. That a similar type of lexicon was created during the training time, but this is the lexicon for the language model. Okay, so language model tries to understand how K is written. Like K is a combination of K and A. Then me is a combination of M and a single A matra, and then bindi at the top, right? So this is how a language model is created. I want all of you to create your own language model. So I'll pass you the command. So you have to go inside scripts, LM, and then you have to open run LM pipeline, vi run LM pipeline. And inside LM name, LM underscore name, you just have to give the name of your choice. It can be anything. I just give train underscore text. Okay. And then you have to save the file. And once you're done, you create the LM. Using bash run lm pipeline.sh. Okay, once you execute this, you can go back to the LM folder here in the main directory, not inside scripts. So go to the LM folder in the main directory, and you will see a folder with the name of uh, I mean, whatever name you have provided in the sh file. Okay, so cannot allocate memory for bytes in malloc. Shruti. Okay. Okay, let everyone else try. Can anyone else try and confirm once?
Sir, shall I share the link, Google Drive link?
Yeah, please share. Yes, Aditya, you can do that. You just have to change your training text. Okay, right now we are using the text that was used in training your ASR model, the same text. If you want to create a domain specific LM, you just need to have a different text on which you want to train your language model.
Sir, no, I mean, if I already have an existing language model, can I improve it by giving some more data and maybe fine tuning it on that? Or do I have to
No,
retrain
you have
completely
to
from scratch?
recreate a language model every time when you change your data.
Okay.
Yes.
Sir, if I understand correctly, there is no training actually in language modeling. I think just they will find the frequency of occurrences, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the training is just that it is trying to learn the relationship between two words. So it's a statistical model, not a deep learning model.
Correct. That's why if somebody wanted to update, it has to be entire data has to be clubbed together, I believe.
Yes, exactly. How can I download this file on?
Or if it's SSH is public, if you can provide, I can push their model directly over there by using SCP in the cloud.
In the cloud, we have Bucket, Google Bucket, but I'm not sure how you push that there. How do we download from Google Drive? Google Drive download down. You have to create a public directory.
You can just, Arvind,
Yeah.
you can just click on the link, it automatically open in the browser. So from
No,
there itself.
I want to download it on the instance, not on
Okay.
the
Can
local.
you like WGET and then put that thing here? Will that be possible?
wget, I don't think wget works with.
Arvind, I'm sending the data model to this instance. It will take some 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes.
Okay. Large public folder ID. Okay, so what is the folder ID? I think this is the folder ID. Mm, G down I know, but how do you do it? G down to read me user ID. Okay. Okay. Can you send? Okay? Group 1 is able to do. Group 8 is able to do. Shruti, can you share your screen if it is possible?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Your training is still going on, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's going on.
Okay. So anybody reached till 20th epoch until their WS started decreasing? Who was this guy? Paul Raj Kova. Okay. So train inner, valid. Still on 531. After 800 epochs, 800 updates to start decreasing. Hmm. So Neeraj, you are uploading to public bucket the model?
No, I'm directly putting it on the instance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shruti, can you share your screen?
Yeah. So you'll be stopped.
Okay. I'll stop. There was no ARPA file.
Are you able to see?
Yes, I can see. Okay. So that they're saying there is no ARPA file generated. So the ARPA file is converted to the binary format. Uh, okay. Or automatically by the script. ARPA is generated, but it is converted to binary because binary is fast in execution.
Memory allocation failed.
Anybody else also facing the same issue?
No, Shruti, next second line on the top, it says create memory allocation field.
Yes, sir. That's what I put it, sir, in
Yes.
the. So should that size be increased? Like yesterday, I think some people face this issue for. So
You are
you have
using
provided
group
a few.
11, no?
Yes, yes,
Can you open the terminal again?
yes, yes.
Uh, can you run df minus h dot? Okay, we have already run df minus h dot. So how much memory is available? I mean, 91 GB is available to
91.
you. Okay, so it's a issue with the RAM, not the other memory. Okay, so can you open that run lm file again?
Yes, yes.
It will not be here. It will be in scripts lm.
Maybe the training is running, no? That maybe the region
Yeah,
is
yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah, yeah. We are checking that. Yes. Okay, train text. Okay, fine. Uh, so your KNLM is in OPT wave to wake only, right? So I mean, you're not installed
Yeah,
any.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. It's there only.
okay. So try running the file again. We'll check bash run lm. Okay, because can you open the file again?
Yeah.
Reduce the max from 5 lakh to 50,000.
Yes, you can reduce the vocab size. So there is top K in for kernel line, right? So you can try to reduce 10 from here. Hmm. Okay. Else, if this doesn't work, so then we'll stop your model training and then maybe because ideally that shouldn't come.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think no, no, oh, no, no.
Yeah. Okay. No issues. No issues. Let it come. Died. The kernel died. Exception requested. Okay.
The total number of Unicodes is 13,000. So set it to 13,000 K.
Yes. So can you open the file again?
Yeah.
We'll try some more debugging. Can you come down? Can you come down? More, more, uh, more, and yes. So there is a parameter max ARPA memory, 85%. Are you able to see
Yeah.
in the second one? Can you do it 50?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
now
yeah.
your LM has been created. You can go and check inside the LM folder.
Okay, thanks. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Assume like I just want to use another LM, like some neural based LM. So what are the things we should take care?
So neural-based LM right now support is not there, okay, but it is coming in some weeks, okay.
Okay.
Right now you cannot have a DL-based LM basically, like a transformer or a GPT-2 or a GPT-3, right?
Okay.
Right now it is not possible, but you can surely integrate that with the output of ASR, but that support will come in some weeks.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, my 21 epoch has been completed, but
Mm.
in the language model there is a problem. Can I show it?
Yeah, yeah, you can show. Yeah.
Epoch 21 completed, I think so.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but for this case, the graph is not like you that it is not decreasing?
Yes, see, the updates are still like 750 range around across like 900 or 1000 updates, it starts decreasing. Okay, it is still 750 updates until now. Okay.
And sir, one more thing in
Yeah.
at the time of language model, so you
Yeah.
have some more completed, but there are something happened. I think so.
Yes, yes. So what you can do is you can open that file. Please open that file, run LM pipeline.
Which
It
one?
will be in, it will be in scripts LM. Go to scripts folder, cd back dot // scripts
Again,
script.
sir.
Yes, scripts S tab and then /LM. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Go. So here you can open that file, run LM pipeline ls. If you do, you have this file, right? You can open this file, vi.
Run underscore.
Yes. Yes. So there is a line of top underscore k, right? For Canavan. Can you, I mean, it would be, yeah, your cursor, bring it down. Yes, bring it down. Yes, here, top K. Come to this line, top K. Please remove 10 from the end or anywhere. Okay, and please come down. Please come down. Scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down. So you can change the max ARPA memory. There is a max ARPA memory here, right? One line up. Max ARPA memory. It is 85%. Please change it to 50%. And save this file.
Okay, sir.
Yes, now run this file again. Bash run LM pipeline.
Here, or I have to go in.
No. Here only.
Which one, sir?
Yeah.
This time it's completed. Success.
Okay, it's completed, right?
Arvind, the model is there. I have extracted it also. You can.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. It is checkpoint best. Okay. So I'll put this model on a public bucket and give the path to everyone. Okay. Just give me a second. Is my terminal visible?
Yes.
Okay. So see now what we are going to do, since Ganesh has already trained his model. Okay. So we have taken the model from Ganesh and we will try to infer on the dev set and the eval set by using Ganesh's model. Okay. So you have two choices now. Either you can stop the model training that is going on in your machine and save your model for if you want to try it at a later use, or you can continue to train that model and just listen to this session now. I mean, it's your choice basically. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to do evaluation on the dev set using the model that Ganesh has trained. Okay, so I'll put each and every command. So first of all, go to checkpoints fine tuning. Go to checkpoints fine tuning, because are all of the checkpoints are in checkpoints fine tuning. So here you would see there
So,
are two.
Harbin, I have just a small question that
Yeah.
validation whatever rate is coming on this dev set, no?
Hmm.
Okay, so you want to check it again, is it?
Yes, yes. I'll because inference. I'll show you how to do inference, right,
Okay.
on your own data. Right now, you are seeing. I mean, if you have to do inference on the data, how do you do? I mean, you just know how to do the training, right? But if you have your own data, how do you do inference using the trained model? Okay.
Okay, so I am currently getting some 23 whatever rate, whatever is currently training on
Yes.
my local
Okay.
GPU system.
Yes.
So can I take that current one without
Yes, yes,
stopping?
yes, yes. You can take your current one. For people whose value is still 100, I recommend you to take this model from Ganesh. I'll put all the steps for that. Okay. So, I mean, if you take your model, you may receive a higher WER on the dev set or eval set, but that's okay. Okay. That's okay. So, create one check directory with my checkpoints. And move checkpoint star to my checkpoints. Star to my checkpoints. Okay, so essentially now you do ls and you'll see that there is no checkpoint last or checkpoint best in this directory. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to get the model provided to us by Ganesh. Okay, I'll copy the URL. Please make sure that you stop your training before doing this, okay? Because if you continue doing your training, then your checkpoint best can be overwritten in an instance, okay? So to stop the training, to stop training, sudo kill -9 python. Then this command sudo pkill -9 and python to get Ganesh's checkpoint. use this command. You will see that you'll have a checkpoint best in your fine-tuning directory. Okay, I'll update these steps here as well so that I'll update maybe after today's session, okay, so that you have a reference of all the steps done. But now what we are trying to do is, as Ganesh has already trained the model, we are just picking his checkpoint and we're trying to see the performance of his checkpoint on the dev set and eval set with using LM and without using LM, okay? So please do until here, because if you're not able to do this, then there is no point in showing you how to do the inference part.
So we have to create one folder, my checkpoints, is it?
Yes, so Bandu, you can, because your model has converged to 23, so maybe you can infer on that model itself.
Correct. No,
Okay.
why you have created that my checkpoints? Are you
For the people who, if they want to check, if they want to resume their training afterwards from their own checkpoints, which they were trying to train.
okay? They will first. Okay. I got it.
Yeah. Suppose instance goes off before I stop training, then what will happen? So your checkpoints, whatever the checkpoints were at that point of time, that would be saved. Don't worry, checkpoints are not getting deleted on its own. And
Hello, sir.
yeah.
Like the same steps are even valid for the main branch, right? Now we are just pulling it from IEEE branch, no?
Yeah, same steps are valid for main branch.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so once you have downloaded the checkpoint provided by Ganesh and extract and put it in your fine-tuning checkpoint directory, the next step is fairly simple. You need to go to Vakyansh, wave-to-wake experimentation, scripts, and inference. Okay, so you need to go to Vakyansh wave-to-wake experiment, scripts, inference folder, because now we want to do inference. So as we did for fine tuning, so we had a prepare data step for fine tuning. Similarly, we have a prepare data step for inference as well. So what we do is vi prepare data. Okay, so here you have to provide the name. Okay, so by default it is Hindi, so you can give like Hindi dev, and then you have to provide the wave path. Like if I want to infer on the dev set, okay, so my wave path for dev set is home, Harveen, then IITM, then raw, then dev. Okay, so just two things you have to change. One is inference data name and one is wave path. So change inference data name and wave path. Okay. Where wave path is the path of the data on which you want to infer. So you save this file, you execute bash prepare data. You see that the data for preparation has been created, like the same way it was created for your training. Okay, so bash prepare data.sh. Okay, and if you want to check where this data is gone, you can check in the data folder. Data, earlier we were using the fine tuning folder, but now we will be using the inference folder. So ls in data inference, you will have a folder with the name of Hindi dev. That is the same name as that of your as the name that you provided in the bash file. So same here, three files will be created: the test.word, test.tsv, test.ltr, the lexicon file. But the dict file is not created from the test set, it is copied from the training set. So whatever we used to train your model, the same dict is copied here in this test set, so that I mean, again, we do not want different dict for a test set or a train set. We need to have a consistent dictionary, okay? And that dictionary should be the one which you use to train your model on. Okay, like in your training set, you had a dictionary of length 62. Okay, so your if you check here, copying dictionary from fine-tuning dict.ltr used for training to this path. So this also happens within the script itself. So the same dict that you use for train the data, the same dict is used to infer as well.
What is that warning?
That is due to the presence of punctuation. So one transcript has an underscore present somewhere. So that is due to a warning. That is not an error. That is okay.
Can you please show me like what to write inside this prepare underscore data.sh? Like we said that change the.
Yes. So you have to provide an inference name, basically the name of the folder which you want to create. Okay. And then you have to provide the path of your data on which you want to infer, right? Like in my case, it was home, Harveen, IITM, raw, and dev, because I want to infer on the dev set. So wherever your dev set is present, please put the complete path of that in this folder.
Okay, thank you.
In this video.
So only these two changes we have to make,
Yes,
and then
yes.
run the file. Okay.
Yes, and then run the command.
In this case, this lexicon will be the test set lexicon, or it will take
Yes.
from the training.
The test set lexicon, but it doesn't matter. It's just a dummy file. Okay.
You are
We,
using that time.
yeah, we are not using it anyway.
I think lexicon is single. There is nothing like trained lexicon, test lexicon like Jagabandhu.
Yes.
Lexicon is single, but here they are generating no from test set only lexicon. That's why I asked.
Sure.
Only one is required.
So I'll go a little bit quickly. I'll show you an inference using a language model and without using a language model. Okay, because my battery is pretty low. So wherever I left, maybe my other team members can pick it up from there. Okay, and so I'll open the infer.sh file. Okay. So by default, the inference happens without a language model. Okay. And we have to provide the same name that you did for preparing your data. Like in Hindi, we used Hindi dev, right? You have to provide the same name in inference data name. So in inference data name, provide the same name you used to prepare data. Okay, and that's it. You have to press escape. Just want to check if I am giving the correct name.
So the language model will be Viterbi here, right?
Yes, I mean Viterbi is not considered as a language model. It's considered as a decoder, right? But it's like you can say that. So Viterbi, we say that it's not a language model. KNLM is a language model. So there are two possibilities. One is Viterbi, one is KNLM. So Viterbi means without language model. KNLM means with a language model.
Okay, fine. Okay. Yeah, I thought you selected Viterbi as a language model.
No.
So LM name we have to keep blank. Correct?
Blank only, because right now we are doing inference with Viterbi, which means we are doing it without a language model. Okay.
So Jagabandhu, actually they have kept one, and which is for Viterbi, so which means no.
Yes. So we'll put 0 and the name of the LM to give it KNLM the next time. Okay. But here, when I do vi infer.sh, in the inference data name, I just have to provide the data that I used to prepare the data, and then bash infer.sh. You'll see that the model is getting loaded from this path: home, green, checkpoints, fine tune, checkpoint best. So this checkpoint best corresponds to the checkpoint that is being provided to us by Ganesh, because he has faster GPUs. And you'll see a bunch of things coming up. So hypo means the thing that is predicted by a model. Target is the ground truth that it that it should have predicted. Okay, so hypo is the prediction from a model, and target is the ground truth, that is the actual transcription.
So does it need GPU? We can do it on CPU also, right?
You can do it on CPU as well.
You don't need to change that CPU part, because I am also getting CUDA error because that is running.
Yes, because you cannot change it. You have to actually stop your training. There is no way you can change it.
Okay.
Sir, what if the data set, I mean the dev set doesn't have a transcript reference?
Yes. If the dev set doesn't have a transcript, then please create a dummy file for every wave file with any random text in it. So you will get the transcriptions, but the WR value will be wrong here. Okay.
Okay. So WR will be? I missed the point.
WR will be wrong because you're
Wrong. Okay.
dummy values in those files, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So you can see that WR is 14.7 and the CER is 5.18. Okay. Now I'll quickly do one inference with the language model to check how much this WR decreases. Okay. Any questions from now? I think Anigo then Prashi will be able to take it. I just want to do one inference. So let me just quickly check what is the name of my LM. The name of my LM is train underscore text. So what I have to do is I have to again open infer.sh. In the LM model, in the LM name, I have to give train underscore text, and WTL decoder will provide kernel this time, which is 0. That's it. I save this file. I do the inference. This inference will take some time because the kernel runs on CPU. It doesn't utilizes the GPU. Okay, so it will take around 2 to 3 minutes on my machine. It will take around 5 to 6 minutes or maybe 7 minutes on your machine, or 5 minutes.
So the scalar huge CPU?
KernelM is working on CPU. Yes, because it's a very old statistical language model and the integration is not currently present on a GPU.
Okay.
Is this
Wish that
KNLM also
had
in
changed it.
this joblib? I see just only, it's
So
just used in.
KernelM can run in a job lib, but it's an unpickable object. So there are
Okay.
some constraints to run KernelM in a job lib.
Okay. Because I could just see it is using only one CPU.
Yes.
So
If you have multiple GPUs, the inference would happen only on one GPU. That is a limitation of the code as of now.
okay.
You cannot use 8 GPUs for inference as of now.
Okay.
So to infer using kernelm, you just open vi infer.sh. In the lm, provide the name of the lm in the lm folder and change w12 decoder parameter to 0. All of this has already been actually written in the readme file, but I'm still writing again for you to 0, and you bash infer.sh. Commit. I want to commit before the laptop goes off.
What's that at the end? WPS? WPS? It's a word per second or something?
Yes, word per second.
Okay.
Yeah. You can see some of the transcriptions are nearly perfect and match exactly the target. So remember, without a language model, our WER was 14. Let's check what happens with a language model. whether there is some improvement in WER or not. Ideally, there should be some improvement.
Yeah, it's 8.37.
Okay, 8.37. That's very nice. Let me confirm it here. A minute. So from 14 WER, we have reduced to 8.37 using a language model that was just trained on the training text. Yes. So I'm getting a WER of 8.38 and a CER of 3.77. Okay, with using a language model that was just trained on the training set. A quick note here. If you want to check the results of the inference that you just did, as we discussed yesterday, there is a results folder as well, in which you will see two folders. So one is Hindi dev, which means this inference was done without a language model. And then there is Hindi dev underscore, followed by the name of the language model, that you provided in the SH file, followed by the beam size. So beam size is something like in LM you get certain alternatives. Okay, so there is a beam search or something which I think Anirudh can take on. So there are two folders. One is without LM and one is results with LM. If you open any of the folders, you check there are four files, two with hypo and two with ref. If you want to check the predictions, these are present in the hypo.unit.txt. If you want to map like which wave file did which prediction, then we have created a separate file for you, which is sentence-wise WER. Okay, so in this file, you can see what was original transcript and what is the predicted transcript and what is the WER of this particular sentence, what is the CER of this particular sentence, and then you can also check the number of substitutions, insertions, and deletions if you want to analyze how your model is performing, whether it is substituting some words, whether it is including some words or deleting some words in the predictions.
Yeah, Harvin, I have a question that KNL LM language model that also using CUDA, is it? Because it is, for me, it is giving a CUDA error, memory error, but it is able to pass on 72 utterances. In first case, I got around 22 word error rate, and with this KLM, I am getting 8.9 word error rate, but it only able to pass 72 sentences, both the cases. But in both the cases, it is giving CUDA error. So,
yes.
Will it be also using GPU in
No. See, when you are doing the inference, the model predicts. Okay, so the model is running on GPU, but after the prediction of the model, though the predictions are moved to CPU for KNLM to run.
Okay.
So in both the cases, your prediction is happening, and prediction is happening on GPU only.
Okay, so that's why it is the problem is happening.
Yes. So in the first case, we were able to get predictions only in like a minute or so. In second case, it took us like 4 to 5 minutes to get the prediction, just because after the ASR, our predictions were passed to CPU, to KNLM, so that we can apply a language model.
Okay, so the batch size also, that token size also, it will take same as 32 lakh, whatever you have taken earlier, correct?
Yes. So, so if you want to change the token size, okay. So if you want to change the token size, I'll tell you quickly what you can do. In the scripts inference, in infer.sh, you can see there is a variable called max tokens, which is now set to, I think, 6 million, right? So it is 6 million currently. So if there is a CUDA out of memory error that you are getting, I would advise you to reduce this token size to maybe 40.
Yeah,
4
because
million.
my that secondary GPU is around 12 GB, so it may
Yeah.
not fit. That's why.
Yes, yes, yes. You can reduce it down to 4 million or 2 million or 1 million until you get that code out of memory. Okay. So I think from here onwards, my colleagues will take up. Anirudh and Priyanshi will take up your questions, and I think we have done most of the things that we wanted to do. The inference part, on the eval set will be now taken care by Priyanshi and Anirudh, and unfortunately, I have to leave due to electricity issues. But it was nice interacting with you, everyone. I hope that this 2 day sessions were useful to you. I may come tomorrow with another session on the pipelining, local pipelining, and in case you want to connect with me in future, you can go. You can go to my Twitter handle, and basically you can contact me on Twitter, or maybe you can contact me on LinkedIn. Okay, so I'm quite active on Twitter. So that's it from me, guys. Hopefully, we'll cross paths again in future in some IT company or in some research company. It was nice interacting with you, everyone.
Thank you, Harvin.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Harvin. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Arvind.
Thank you for the nice explanation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Arvind.
So Anirudh,
Thank you very much.
yeah, thank you. Anirudh, you can take it from here
Yeah,
onwards. Right?
yeah, Harveen. Yeah, don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. You can stop sharing your screen, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, okay. So yeah, we have done inference on dev set. Let's first get to the same page so that everybody has done that. So was everybody able to do it, or we still need to do? Somebody still needs to do. Every group was able to do it. Okay, if every group was able to do it, then maybe we can do inference on the evaluation set as well. So there were 3 sets in the beginning, right? There were train set, dev set, and eval set. So we have already done on the dev set. So let's do inference on eval set and check what's the WER, right? Everybody okay with that? Has everybody done? Okay. Yeah, okay. Then Priyanshi, can you share your screen? Maybe. Yeah, so Priyanshi is also a teammate in this project. She works with us also. She will just present the inference on the evaluation set. We have to follow the same steps. All the steps are different. We just have to prepare the data again, and we just need to do the inference. Priyanshi, we're not able to hear you if you're saying something. Oh, okay. This is strange.
It's not audible.
Yeah, it's not audible.
Also, increase the font size of the terminal.
Okay, okay, okay.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible now. Can you speak something again? There was some echo.
Yeah, I've joined from my other laptop. I think there was some issue.
Okay, okay. Yeah, now it's fine. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I hope my screen is visible now.
Yes, it is visible. Is it visible for everyone else?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Priyanshi. I'll be taking forward from where Harbeen left. So let me go to the Vakyans directory. Okay. So I will go to the scripts and inference again. So we need to prepare the test set again because right now we created only the dev set. We need to create the eval set as well. So I will again open my prepare data.sh script and I will change the inference data name, which is my eval set now. So it will be eval and my wave path. So currently it was dev, now it will be eval. So I just need to change my path and I will save it. And then I will do bash prepare data.sh. Just give me a moment.
Yeah, Priyanshi, it's better if you just do
Oh,
sudo instead
yeah.
of being. Yeah, you don't have right permission. Yeah.
This is better, I guess.
Yeah. Conda activate. Yeah.
Okay. So let's just do the bash.
Was the prepare data file changed or just check it once? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was changed.
It was changed. So we have to change the inference data
Sir,
name.
can we increase the font size of this terminal so
Okay.
that it will be more visible?
Okay, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Thank
Is
you,
it
thank
better?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, much better, much better.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So let's start. Let's prepare the data. So this is bash prepare data.sh and it is preparing. Let's wait for a moment. Meanwhile, okay, so my data is prepared. You can see this was my dictionary. And again, so last time also my dictionary was copied from the fine tuning part, and this time also it has gone to the eval part. To check where my data has been stored, I will just do a ls in the data inference folder and I can see my Hindi eval set over here. So I'll paste the commands again. So it's vi dot sh and just change the name to Hindi eval and the path. And then after that, bash editor.sh.
Yeah.
Let's just wait for 2 minutes.
Yeah, please everyone do the same steps. So I think Pianshi, we have to also specify the wave path also, right? There, can you specify the argument name?
Okay. So here it's the batch inference only.
Yeah. Can you just open vi prepare.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so it was the wave path. It's a val.
Yeah. So wave path, right? So wave underscore path, we have to specify where the wave files are present. So this also we have to do. Can you just paste that? Yeah.
You need to paste your path where your data is stored.
Okay. Please let us know when you have completed these steps. Is any group able to do it? Or facing some problems? Yeah, we can troubleshoot if someone is facing problems.
Yeah.
Last line is coming, none of the character is coming from that pattern. Is it fine? I think that
Yes.
there have
So,
no patterns like that.
Yeah. So that last, basically it's a check if any foreign characters are present apart from the regular expression of the language, right? So this means that no foreign characters are present in the events.
Okay. So one group is able to do it. Okay, group 1, 6. So we have 12 groups, right?
Ma'am.
11 groups.
Okay.
11.
Yeah.
We have to stop our training, then we have to try in our own model, because in my group 4, that is 24 epoch is running, but still 100% error rate.
Okay. So if you want, you can stop the training for now and infer on the model that Ganesh had sent you. Or if you want the training to go on, maybe if you want it to continue for some more time, you can leave it as it is and you can watch the steps. The steps will be posted in the Vakyansh repo IEEE as well. So if you want to do it later on, you can do that also, whatever you prefer.
But during the training, we can go on with those steps now.
Probably it will give an error during inferencing because it does require some memory.
Yeah, so so we are using CUDA to load the samples in the model, so that's why inference. So since it's just 1 GPU, it won't be possible. WR should come down. I think let's let it run for today's time, half an hour, 45 minutes more. I think it should come down, and then we can try to inference on your model in the tomorrow's doubt session, if that is what you want to do, right?
How to stop the execution actually?
How to stop the training? You are saying?
Yeah, training. Yeah.
So you can just, I'm pasting the command. Yeah, Ganesh already.
Yes, I've already pasted.
Yeah. So exactly. So this.
Okay, if I stop now, so later on, can I continue from that place? Or
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay, so if I run it again tomorrow, so then it will start from that point.
Yes, it can. We have to specify that which checkpoint you want to basically restart your training from, but it is definitely possible. This is definitely possible. Your checkpoint best and your checkpoint last will be on the disk. They won't go anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody else has also raised a hand.
Okay.
Amrut or someone else.
So now I have actually killed the process. So then from where to get this data for inference?
Data for inference, sir, is already there. If you
If you
can
check
you
the
share your
raw
screen?
folder.
Yeah, we can just help him out. Sir, can you share your screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So your WER, did it come down or was it also 100 for you?
I do not know. Actually, this is the here I have given this sudo pkill -9.
Okay. I mean,
so,
we can try to correct. Anyways. So for now, you can try to infer with Ganesh's model, and then we can see if this decreases further or not. Right? It should decrease. I mean, it's the same data, same configuration. Just takes a little bit of time. So first, you have to bring the fine-tune model, right?
Yeah.
So I'm posting the command for that. Just a second. This is the model. You can copy this command.
Okay, I have copied, but where to do it? In this folder or in the, under this?
Can you do ls once? ls. So there would be checkpoint best and checkpoint last here. No, this is the
logs folder.
So you have to come to the checkpoints folder first.
Checkpoint folder.
Have you asked him to save his checkpoint, or else that will be overwritten? No.
Yes, we will change the name. That's what we will do. Otherwise, it will be overwritten.
Yeah. You can first change the name. Otherwise,
exactly.
Start from that.
Yeah. Because the name is the same. Checkpoint last. So we have to basically move it to another just dummy name, and then checkpoints fine tuning. I think. Yeah. So now first you have to there's checkpoint last, right? You can move your checkpoint to some other name. You can move checkpoint last to checkpoint final model or something like that, whatever, because if you want to resume it, you should know. Checkpoint final.pt. Okay. And then you can copy the wget command I posted in the chat. So it will bring the model.
Here itself, inside this fine tuning.
Here itself, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Just press enter. Yeah.
So actually this I'm copying is actually already trained.
It's already trained by Ganesh.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So the WER had already reached
Okay.
somewhere
Okay.
around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then.
So now you want to prepare data. So let's directly do it on the eval set. So since we were doing it on the eval set.
Yeah.
So if you go back.
Yeah, just a small correction, Anurag.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you've pasted the checkpoint last command. I think it should be checkpoint best.
I think Harveen then did something.
Yeah, because we inference.
Should I do it with checkpoint best?
Wait. In which markdown file did he make these changes then? Let me just first try to find that.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. This is the. This is the correct path, I think. I was looking into documentation and that was wrong. Okay. So what you can do is where are you? Yeah, don't copy it. Otherwise, the best would be rewritten. We moved the wrong checkpoint actually. So.
Or we can create another folder and push all these things to one folder and.
Yeah, that also we can do. I mean.
Yeah, that is better.
Yeah.
Should I delete this checkpoint underscore last?
Yeah, you can delete that. You can delete that. You can delete that.
Yes.
And you can move the final checkpoint to checkpoint last again.
Yeah.
Because we have actually moving the checkpoint last to checkpoint best. Yeah, final to checkpoint last. Yeah. Yeah. Now move your checkpoint best to something else. Checkpoint best.
So if it is overwritten, I think there is no harm.
There is no harm, of course, but then you will have to resume your training from your last checkpoint.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So checkpoint best to something else.
Yeah.
Because again, when you go for retraining, this network, that
okay.
checkpoint final, you have to rename to checkpoint best, then you can do.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will start from this Ganesh checkpoint.
Okay. So I am renaming it to final again.
Yeah, it's fine. Or you can change in the config also, Jagabandhu. There's no hard limit on the checkpoint.
Okay.
True.
Okay.
Config also you can.
Yeah. I can change the file. Anyway, so now I have done it.
Now, copy this new wget file. Just post it. Yeah.
So I can now. I will copy wget. Where is the wget? Yeah. So I should write it checkpoint best.
No. I pasted another command set. With the correct path.
Sorry.
No problem. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the correct checkpoint. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it is now saved.
Yes, now it's saved.
Yeah.
Now you need to prepare the data. Yes. So
where the data is here itself?
Yeah, you have to come out two directories.
Which directory? Scripts.
Yeah, scripts, inference. Scripts
again.
Yeah, no. Now I think scripts after two.
Yeah.
Scripts.
Fine tuning.
Inference.
So now we want to do inference, right? So,
yeah, inference.
So there are 3 folders: pre-training, fine-tuning, inference, almost in all the headers. Yeah. So now you have to make changes in the prepare data file. Prepare data file. First, you have to prepare the data for inference.
Okay. Prepare data file, data sh.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
You can press capital E.
Capital
E, Shift E.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you have to change the
Hindi
inference.
eval.
Hindi underscore eval you can do.
And WAP path.
WAF path you have to specify according to your computer path. So it would be home, your username.
So here we can see that
it's Ajit, I think, AJIT. Yeah,
that's the one.
It is Ajit. Yeah.
Home Ajit, then something.
IITM raw Hindi eval.
Yeah. Home Ajit / IITM / Hindi / eval.
No,
like this?
Underscore eval.
Oh, sorry. Hindi underscore eval.
Right. That's all right, Priyanshi. We don't have to make any other changes here.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. No,
let me check if it is there. CD IITM. There is processed and raw.
Yeah. So we put raw. CD raw.
So I have not written here raw, I think. IITM,
Yes.
then raw.
Then
Yeah.
raw. Yes.
Yeah, ITM then.
Raw. Let me check. LS raw. Then only DB, eval, and train. 3 folders are there.
Yes. So
But
we
I-
need to put the eval folder.
Only eval.
Yeah.
So I have written it Hindi eval. So it should be eval.
Yes.
And inference data name is Hindi eval.
Yes. So inference data name, we can give anything from our choice.
Okay.
To remove that underscore.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now it's fine.
It's done now?
Yes, it's done.
These 2 lines, so yes. So I should run it now?
Yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm from group 9. Actually, I did up to the development, this thing. After that, I got confused. Like, I am unable to understand, like, what should I do now?
Okay, so you haven't done anything in the inference, right?
Ma'am, in the inference, I did for dev.
Okay, so were you able to run it?
Yes.
Okay, so
I can
after
paste the output that I got.
Okay.
Were you able to run it for language model as well, or just Viterbi?
Okay, so you got a WER of 100. Okay, so your checkpoint, what was your checkpoint WER when you put it?
Should I share my screen?
That is
Because I'm
100 only. I think
confused.
they have not got below 100. Maybe 23, 24 epoch they have done.
So now what should I do? So prepare that.
Prepare data is done. Now you can directly do inference, right? So VI infer.sh. Yeah. So here let's do with Viterbi first.
Yeah.
And
so decoder will be Viterbi 1.
One.
Yeah. And data name is nothing, and beam is 128. Subset is it? LM name equal to
data name you will have to change.
Yeah.
You will have to put Hindi underscore eval.
Inference data name.
Is it right, Priyanshi?
Yes. Hindi underscore eval.
Yeah.
Whatever we have given in that
exactly.
file,
Yeah.
Eval. So any other change?
No.
Okay. So it will be inferring without any language model.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So then, should I run this or?
You can run. Bash
Yeah.
infer.sh.
Yeah. So it will take some time, I think.
Yes. It will take approximately 5 minutes, maybe.
Error.
No such file or directory. Why is this coming?
So it is searching for results Hindi eval, and that is not there. Because actually my folder name is eval everywhere. Or what? This is
No.
searching for.
No.
So it tries to create the folder with the same name in results, which you had given for inference.
Okay.
And
I think the original error is the flashlight error, criterion type, because these files are created afterwards.
Okay. So flashlight is
Yeah, installation problem.
flashlight installation problem.
But
Which is
flashlight is already installed, na? Yesterday.
no, sir. I did a lot of changes on this instance to get the
Okay,
NVIDIA driver
okay,
running. Okay, so I
okay,
think flashlight might be
Yeah.
yeah. Let me try to fix it. Okay, let me
okay,
try.
okay, okay.
Yeah, because
So
the NVIDIA driver was not running. I made a lot of changes, and the flashlight is not
you
working.
had worked for more than 1 hour in the
Yes,
morning. Okay.
yes.
Okay, again you have some work to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay,
Hopefully,
then
I
just
would
I'm.
get it done.
So when you done, you tell me, and just I'm stopping the
Sure,
sharing.
sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody else was facing some issues. Priyansh, you
Yeah.
can troubleshoot them. I'm trying to do the
Sure.
their side. Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, you can share.
Okay. Is it visible now, ma'am?
Yes, it's visible.
My terminal.
Yeah, can you just go to full screen for your terminal? It's quite small. Yeah, and a little bit zoomed maybe.
Okay. Is
Yeah,
this?
yeah, it's fine. Okay. So first, just one question. So which checkpoint did you use? Did you use your checkpoint or did you use Ganesh checkpoint?
Ganesha's.
Okay. So did you rename the checkpoint best? I mean, was it that you copied checkpoint best only?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So can you scroll up? I see there is an error up there. Okay. So I think it was in. Okay. This is file not found error. Okay. Can you show me your prepare data.sh file? So it's in scripts, CD scripts, inference, VI, prepare data.sh, prepare data.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it is Hindi dev and this is home HP raw dev. Okay, so this is fine. So can you go to info.sh now? Okay, so here it is Hindi eval, and I think you created dev only, right? Is there any eval folder that you created before this?
No, ma'am. Actually,
Yes.
I was changing, so maybe I forgot to change the other one. I just changed this one.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe you can. So if you want to infer on dev, then you can just name it to Hindi underscore dev, or if you want, you can create new prep scripts for the eval set. So yeah,
Here.
you can change it here eval. And here also eval. Yeah, and save it. And bash prepare.sh. Okay, yeah, your data is prepared now. So let's run the info.sh because over there the name was Hindi underscore eval. So let's run it directly. Bash info.sh. Yeah, now it's fine, I guess.
Okay. So I'll stop sharing. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. I hope all the groups are done by now. If there is any problem to any other groups, you can just let us know. Or else feel
Oh, hello, ma'am.
move on. Yeah.
Ma'am, can I share my slide? Not slide terminal.
Okay. Just a minute. Maybe I can just start with the prepared it, bash prepared it research. Meanwhile, others can start with their inferencing. So it will just take 1 minute for me. Okay. After that, we can take that, if that's okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we had done the inferred, prepared the prepared data.sh, right? So now we have to do the inference. So we'll just go to vi info.sh and we will change the path over here. So this should be inference data name and this will be Hindi underscore eval. And WTL decoder will be 1 because first we need to infer on Viterbi. So I'll just do it 1. And then I'll press an escape, WQ, and then bash info.sh. So now this will start the inference. Let's just wait for some time. Let it start. Okay, so it has started. So I'll just paste the commands. Meanwhile, others can also start with this. Okay, so it is vi info.sh and eval and w12 order equals to 1. So rest of you can start doing this and meanwhile we can take the queries. Yeah, please go ahead.
Salam, you can please go ahead. Share your screen.
Okay. Oh, ma'am, can you see my this terminal?
Yes, I can see. Can you go to full screen mode?
Huh?
Yeah, full screen mode. Yeah, this is good. Thank you.
So where I have to sense?
Okay, so now you can see that W2L decoder is Viterbi and your
Yes.
inference data name, this will be Hindi underscore eval. So I assume that you have prepared the eval set by running the prepare underscore data.sh.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you can mention Hindi underscore eval right now. So let's run it on Viterbi first. Okay, let's save it. Okay, now bash. No, just bash info.sh. Yeah, yeah, this is also fine.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. it's hang.
Yeah, bash bash. Okay, it's angle. Okay.
Oh, it's hang.
It might be due to a internet connection problem.
It's hanging. The slash.
Yeah, bash bash bash.
Oh, dash.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, you are audible.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Can you please paste the command which I have mentioned? Bash info.sh. You can copy the command. Yes.
Oh, no modules.
Okay. You can install
Why
edit
is
distance
happening?
and Levenstein distance.
Yeah. But why it's happening?
This
Before
is
this
some
on
installation
before
problem.
this. And my this one NVIDIA driver is also not working.
Okay. So this might be some installation problem, and that's why also maybe the NVIDIA driver is not working. Can you do NVIDIA-SMI?
Yes.
Okay, the driver is also not working. So Anirudh, do you have any idea about group 3?
Yeah, I was trying to actually debug this, but I was not able to.
Okay.
Somehow I am not able to even see the Conda environments on this group instance. What I can do is I can try to basically delete everything and try to reinitialize it, but for some reason it is not even showing me the Conda environments, the group 3 instance. There's something wrong
Sir,
with the way it was
sir
set.
for
Yeah.
sir, for Conda, is it the command this one
Yeah.
to create Conda environment? Conda
No,
create name.
this is correct. This is
So
correct.
I
This
did
is
this
correct.
one.
Yeah.
I
I'm
already
able to
did.
see. I'm able to see in your. Yeah. I'm able to see in your screen, but for some reason, when
Okay,
I am
okay.
logging into the instance, I am not able to see. Yes. So there is
Okay, okay.
something wrong with some settings in this instance. I will try to debug, or I'll create a new one and try to basically then rerun this one because something is definitely there.
Mr. Anirudh, have you seen the Group 7 one that
Sir, I'm trying
last
to
slide?
I'm trying to debug that
Okay. No issue. I am waiting. Please.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, ma'am.
Yeah.
Oh, should I install this
Yes, I'm
module?
able to hear you.
Should I install
Pip
this
install
module?
edit distance. Yes, pip install edit.
Ma'am, actually in info.sh, the LM model was not given. It was blank there. Mostly that may be there.
Is that
Salam, sir, just do vi info.sh.
it's in VI, I guess.
Vi info.sh.
VI.
Info.sh.
Infra.
Infer.
For better way is not required.
Yes. Yeah, we are
For
running
better way,
Viterbi
that
only.
LM is not required. Language model is not required. For KN,
Okay, sir. Okay.
for language model case, that is required. So that may not be there.
Yeah, so we were.
No, I also got the same here last time.
Okay, so
that
it
was
might be
network.
because you might not have done a 0 for KNLM. So if you are doing on Viterbi, then you have to make the W2L decoder as 1. And if you want to run it for KNLM, then you can make it as 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Also,
if you make,
group 7.
If you make it as 1, so we don't require that LM model, right? No?
Yeah, you don't require.
Okay.
Okay.
But I am also saying the same error what is showing on Salah.
Okay, so it might be an installation error. We can just install edit distance and Levenstein distance
Okay.
separately by doing a pip install, and then it will work.
Okay.
Ma'am, I tried, but again I am getting different errors.
Oh, okay. Let's see. It might be some installation error in the initial end itself.
So group 7 instance, the inference is working now. You can just try running bash info.sh. It should work. Ajit sir, hello.
Yes. I'm trying it. Thank you.
Yeah. Try it. Bash info.sh. It should run now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anirudh sir, can you please help me with group 6? I pasted an error in the chat box.
Group 6. Okay. Wrong number of items passed. Which command were you trying to execute?
Group 6.
No, which command? Was it prepare data or infer or?
This one, like bash info.sh. I got it.
Info.sh. And under which user? Okay. Is this instance being used? Under which user? Which user is using this instance? Okay.
No, which group? You are belong to which group, Tanmay?
Okay. Yeah.
Six.
Yeah.
Six means the first one.
First one. Yes.
Mr. Anirudh, I am having again problem. Some other error is coming.
Sir, okay. Can you share your screen? Actually, I was able to run inference on your machine.
Yeah. Please see it. Just I am sharing it. Somebody else is sharing now.
Oh.
Okay, I'll close it.
Yeah.
This is very strange because I was able to start inference on.
Okay. Just have a look. I'm unable to get it.
Okay.
So this is the error actually. Name error. Name criterion type is not defined.
Okay. Let me do one thing. I was able to start inference on your.
So it has executed something. Then after.
Yeah. I see. So can you do conda activate? Conda activate sec underscore new. Yeah, I created a new one. I think this one is working. Yeah, just try in this. Yeah, just try in this dash info.sh.
Yes,
it's
is
working
working now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But actually, what is happening? Actually, I'm not able to understand.
Yeah.
If you are working in cloud and if you do some configuration today, and if tomorrow it will not work, will it not be a very problematic?
Yeah. So, sir, what happens sometimes is that these cloud instances, sometimes the owner of these machines do some maintenance on them. Okay. So sometimes it happens that some settings change without we knowing.
Okay.
Yes.
But
It's
they
very
should
unlikely.
inform it, na?
Yeah. It is very painful for us also sometimes because we
Even I
run our
think
models
last
and suddenly
2-3 days, I think Google is doing some maintenance.
Yeah. That is true.
Even this in Google Drive and all this. I think today morning I got a mail that whatever Google Drive they have shared,
they have patched some security update.
Security update and all this. So maybe they are doing
that's what
something.
they do a lot of changes in their end. So when we were training this big pre-training model, it suddenly stopped because they stopped our instance and updated our drivers for no reason. So
it's very painful actually.
It is very painful. Yes.
So you have to find so many things. Anyway, you will be more experienced in that way. Anyway, let us see the output. What is happening?
Okay.
Okay. So meanwhile, are the other groups able to run it?
I'm
Ma'am, I'm
troubleshooting two
getting
groups.
100% WER, ma'am.
Okay.
Group 6, I'm not able to run.
Group 6, I'm troubleshooting. Yeah.
Okay. So did you use your checkpoint or Ganesh checkpoint?
I'm not sure, ma'am.
Okay. So what was your WER on the WAN-B link?
It was 100%, ma'am.
Yeah, so it is coming because of that. If you want, you can use Ganesh checkpoint. Anirudh has pasted the link over there. You can just do a wget and you can get the model. If you want some help, you can share your screen.
So now my WER is 14.23 without language model and CER is 5.0.
Correct.
Yes, yes,
So
sir.
now should I change the info values for language model and I should do the same thing or?
So
Yes, sir.
have you created the language model already?
No.
No, you
I have not
haven't.
done.
So yeah, Priyanshi helps her to basically create the language model first.
Okay, then I am sharing my screen.
Okay.
Yes.
So is it visible now, madam?
Yes, sir. It's visible. Okay, so we can you do ls? I just wanted to check which directory we are in. Okay, so let's go one step back and go to the LM folder.
LM.
Yes. Yeah. So we can go we can do vi run lm pipeline.sh. Okay, so LM name. So we can provide the name of LM over here. So we can name it train_txt text.
So this is any name we can give or that is
Yeah, any name we can give.
Okay, so LM name is train_text.
Yes. So no other change. So this LM will be created using the text of the training data.
Okay.
So yeah, so if you can check down below, it's written input text file path.
Yes.
So it is taking train.word. So it means that whatever the train data we have, it is taking it from there. So we can save this file.
Okay.
And bash run. Yeah. So it's creating the LM.
Yes, it is done.
Yes, sir. It's done. Okay. So if you want to check,
Go 10 minutes. Now what should I do?
Yeah, so you can go 2 steps back to check the LM directory folder.
We are in the LM directory, na?
Yeah, so there is one more LM main directory in the Vakyansh experimentation.
Okay. LM.
Here one directory would have been created. It's train_text.
Yeah.
So it will have the lexicon.txt and binary files, lm.binary files.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now again we can go to the scripts inference.
Inference script.
Yes.
cd / script or what?
Scripts, yes, sir. Scripts inference.
Inference.
Yeah, let's go there. vi info.sh. So here we need to change the W2L decoder to 0. That is LLM.
Yeah. 0.
And LM name to train_text text. Yes. This is fine. Now we can run it.
Now it should give the better output.
Yes.
Okay, let us see.
Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, what word error rate are you getting when while running Ganesh's eval this thing?
Okay,
Because
I'll share my screen.
I'll just paste in the message what I'm getting. I'm getting as 100%.
Okay.
Not possible.
Okay, there might be some error. Let's check it in a moment. Okay, I did it in Viterbi, and from this I got 14.23 WER, and my CER was 5.0. So this is same as Ajit sir's results because he also used the same thing. So okay, so before moving forward, I will quickly show you the inference using CanLM, and then we can go on with the queries. Meanwhile, the model is running. So I just have to go vi infer.sh, and I will just change my W2L decoder to CanLM, that is 0. And rest everything is fine because my train name is already present over here. I'll just save it and I'll do bash info.sh. So this will start running. I will paste the commands for the others where for lm w2l decoder should be 0 and lm name should be train underscore text. Sorry, the T is small in train. Yeah, we can go ahead with this. Let's check your errors. Okay, can you share your screen?
Yes, ma'am.
So before we move ahead, I just wanted to know, did you copy Ganesh's checkpoint underscore best?
Yes, I did that now.
And did you rename your folder to some other folder? Your checkpoint best to some other point?
Ma'am, is this visible?
Okay, so you moved your checkpoint last, but okay, what about your checkpoint best?
No, maybe no.
Yeah, so okay, if you see in line 373, you got the checkpoint best from the link, and then you overrode your checkpoint underscore best. So it was overridden, your checkpoint best.
I think
So
at three, madam, I think at 370 she moved everything at move checkpoints underscore star to move checkpoints, right?
um,
370, 370.
I don't think it worked because there is no space in the middle. If you see
Yeah,
clearly,
yeah, yes,
it
yes.
didn't work.
Okay.
So it's okay. You can run it again now. But anyways, I think it should not have created a problem because we infer from checkpoint best. Maybe you can just get the checkpoint best again and then you can try it again. It should work.
So, ma'am, where from do I need to start from development?
Yes, so you can go to the checkpoints folder, do cd // checkpoints, and then cd fine tuning. Yeah, ls. Okay, so this is okay. So I'm not sure what this checkpoint.pt.1 is. Okay, okay. So let's override this checkpoint best because I think it should be some old checkpoint. I'll just give you the link.
Yeah. So group 6, your inference is working now. Yeah, there was some path mistake. I fixed it. So you can just go ahead and do the bash info.sh now. It's working.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, before pasting that, please shift that to other folder. If it's
Pardon?
okay. Like before running that one, please shift that check underscore best to some other folder. You have created my underscore checkpoints, right? You shift
Yeah.
over there so that there won't be any.
Okay, so I'll move checkpoints best.
Yeah, checkpoint star. You can just do a star. Let's move all of them to my checkpoints.
Fine, ma'am?
Yes, it's fine. ls. Now it's fine. Let's get it now. Okay, it's coming now. Okay, let's go to info script again. Cd dot dot slash dot dot slash scripts inference. Yeah, just go here. vi info.sh. Okay, so here you have W2L decoder 1 and Hindi eval. You didn't change any other thing, right?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, so let's infer this now. Let's save it.
Dev, right?
Yeah, whatever you want to do it in. If you want to do it in dev, you can mention dev. If you want to do it in eval, you can check eval. So
Okay.
did you create the prep scripts for eval?
I'm completely confused. What all I did, I don't remember now.
Oh, okay. Let's make it dev then. Let's make it dev.
Anirudh sir, yes, I could run the script.
Oh, okay, great, Tanmay. Yeah.
Okay, so is it fine now, ma'am?
Yes.
So,
and also, could you please tell me like where I did the mistake so that I don't.
Yeah, I think So in specifying the WAV path,
Please check prepare data also.
Yeah, please wait.
So the data was not prepared properly, Tanmay. So in the WAV path, there was a mistake in the path. So I just fixed that. After that, the data was prepared and the inference ran smoothly.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So I am getting a less error
Change it
now.
to dev.
It is 8.4 and 3.6, and so now, so Mr. Arvind, can you tell me? Actually, I have
No, the below line also.
Ma'am, I was able to do
Instead of eval, write dev.
correct
Yeah.
the mistake.
Fine, na?
Yes,
Yeah,
fine,
it's fine.
Okay, so I'll run this.
Bash prepare. First you have to prepare.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Now you can do bash info.sh. Yeah. Let it run, and meanwhile we can take other queries.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Hello. I am getting, after running for the language model, the inference. I am getting an error. I will just present my screen.
Okay.
Let us zoom it. Yeah. So is it visible?
Yes, I can see it. Okay, it's a runtime error.
It's a flashlight thing, I think, again. Right?
Yes.
Which instance is this? Group 1?
Yeah, 1.
Okay.
This time I think it's
without
a NLM error.
for Viterbit was running fine. I was getting around
right.
40.
Yeah.
I mean, what? 14.23. But for LM model, I'm not getting.
I think it's a NLM error.
Yeah, so KNLM and PSEC are not configured correctly. I'll just patch it and let you know. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I will then stop sharing.
For sure. Group 1, right?
Yes, group 1, sir.
Okay.
Ma'am, I'm facing problem with LM model now.
Okay. Yeah, you can share your screen. Hello?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Can you go to full screen mode?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is runtime error. This is in your train. Okay. So did you create the LM?
Yeah, ma'am. I've created it.
Okay. So can you just go to the LM folder? Maybe just do an ls ls // lm. Okay, so this is train.txt. It's not text here. And this is dot, I think.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe you can go to the folder and rename the folder name.
Or should I change in the code now?
Let's just not use dot because it might create some other types of problems.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah. If it had been an underscore, I would have said that you can use it, but the dot might create a problem. mv train.txt. You can remove the slash from here to train_text. Don't put a slash. Yeah. Just check it. ls. Okay, can you do an ls train.txt? Train_txt. __. Okay, the files are there. Okay, let's go back to the info scripts. cd // scripts inference and open the vi info.sh. Let's change it here. It's txt now. It's not text. Okay. It should work now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Great.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
After 29 in epoch, my error rate become 52 or 53%. So it is. Can I go with my own model?
Yes, you can go. If you want, you can stop the training. If you want to infer right now. Else,
Okay.
if you want to, if you want a better WR, you can wait for some times. So whatever you feel is okay.
So, ma'am, will it be okay to work with this model tomorrow?
Yes.
So there will be time available, or I can work this model right now.
I'm not sure with the
Sajal,
agenda.
tomorrow may have some different sessions.
Yes.
No?
So can I
So
try
there have
now?
some different work plan. Yeah, you can try now. If you have any
Okay,
problem,
ma'am.
maybe.
So may I share my screen?
Yeah.
Sure.
So right now I am in these steps. So it's become 52.5% after 1035 step.
Okay.
So I have done up to this.
Okay. So did you stop your training?
No.
Okay. So the LM was created. So for inference, you might have to stop the training
So I
because
can run this command.
yes.
Okay.
Okay. You can go to cd // and then scripts. Sorry, fine tuning. It's inference. I'm sorry. cd inference.
cd dot
/ inference. Yeah. Just go here. Press enter. Yeah. Now do vi prepare_data.sh. Yeah, open it. So, okay. So here we need to specify the inference_data name. So you can make it as Hindi_dev. DEV. And wave path should be the path of your dev set. So ideally it should be /home, your username. If you want, you can have a check with the path also.
No,
Slash. Okay, IITM slash IITM slash raw
yes,
slash raw raw raw
raw.
slash dev. Okay, yeah. So let's save it. Escape :WQ. Okay, let's run bash prepare data.sh. Okay, press enter. Okay, so now your prep scripts have been prepared. It will be in the Hindi_dev folder. Okay. So let's do it on Viterbi first. I think you have not created an LM, or okay, you have created an LM, right?
Yes, ma'am. I have just created up
Let's
to
go
this.
to okay, that's fine, great. Let's go to vi_info.sh. And WTL decoder is 1. Inference data name is Hindi_dev.
And then
Yeah, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 line. Yes, this line.
yeah.
Yes.
What will
So
be the
it's
name?
Hindi_dev. So if you remember, we just mentioned Hindi_dev while preparing the scripts. So
Yeah,
now
yeah.
here again, we are mentioning the same name. Yes. So now you can just press escape and WQ. And then you can run bash info.sh. Yeah, it will run now.
After running, what I have to do?
Okay,
I will
so
keep
after
downloading.
running, yeah, so this is on Viterbi. When you have to run on Kenelm, you will go to the info.sh script, and you will just change the W2L decoder, and you will just mention the LM name.
Okay.
If you want, I can just show you. I can share my screen and show you. You can do it after this because this will take approximately 5 minutes.
Okay.
So I'll show you what to do after that, and you'll be able to do it.
Okay.
Hello, Anirudh?
Yes, Shruti, ma'am, yeah.
Yeah. So, is it possible to show like this speech processing earlier, right? That SNR and cleaning up of the audio data, like
Right.
for a small set of data on
Right.
like our local machine?
Yes, ma'am. So we prepared some script for it yesterday, and we will
Okay.
showcase it tomorrow, just on a very small set of data. So we
Yeah.
will just run the voice activity detection, how to basically flip the audio, and do
Huh.
SNR on top of that to basically
Huh.
accept or reject that sample. The other
Okay.
things which were there in the pipeline, like speaker identification and language identification, those parts we were not able to integrate.
Okay.
Yeah, Niru, is it not possible that you can take that pre-trained model, whatever they are, only for testing part, you can inferencing part, can you not show that language
Yeah,
identification at this one?
yeah, language identification we can do, but we will have to build the whole pipeline for that, and we don't have time in one day. We cannot do that.
Okay.
Yeah, and the whole algorithm for speaker clustering was very complex, so it's integrated in the pipeline. It will not be possible to us to basically code it in a day.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, so I mean, we can pass on the resources to how to go further from there, or you can even have a look at the code in the pipeline that essentially does the same thing. It's just written somewhere else. So So WAD and SNR, I think we were developing it and we have done it. So tomorrow we can showcase it in the doubt session.
Okay, nice.
Okay, thank you very much.
Anirudh, like you have written about group one, like you are
Yeah.
saying that lm.binary is not present. So what could be the possible reason?
Yeah, create LM using our script, because that's very strange that lm.binary was not.
Yes,
is
yes.
Oh, okay. I will try to create it again then. I thought you use some other method to create.
No, that I ran that run underscore lm underscore pipeline dot sh.
You did the same thing. Okay,
Yes,
let me try
yes.
to do it again. Okay. Yeah. So currently I fixed your flashlight. It's just that the LM path is not there. So if that is fixed, the inference would run. So
Okay,
let's
okay. Thank you.
try to, yeah, no problem. Just let me just try to do it.
Ma'am, it is completed.
Okay.
I have
So-
one doubt to both Anirudh and PNC. So if you open that inference folder, no, that result folder, so there have a unit checkpoint best path and one for reference, another is hypothesis, correct? So in hypothesis one, initially there is a bar is coming, means, so why this is coming? Is it means if people are encoded that, or it is predicting that bar initial starting? So I think this one is reference one.
Yeah. So this was, I think I opened, okay, I opened hypo
Units.
right now.
Units hypo, if you open.
Okay.
Hypo unit checkpoint.
Okay. So this is like the predictions, and these are in the format like
Like a lexicon format.
Yeah, lexicon format, right?
Okay.
So this bar we are not predicting. So this word boundary is basically predicted by the model. So this is in the CTC. There's an extra symbol for this, right? So that's why it is.
Okay. So in your case it is not coming, but in my case, every sentence starting that bar is coming. I don't know.
Yeah. So you have to basically look at hypo.word, not units. So hypo.word would be the file to look
Yeah,
at.
word is fine. Maybe
Yeah.
I thought that hypo.units initially all the cases, all the sentences starting with that bar. I thought maybe that may be the problem. Maybe it may take our more iterations to go and iterate it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That single file inference is also similar to that one only, like this is for a single file.
For single file, there is a different methodology. Okay, so first we have to create a custom model. So custom model is a smaller model than the one which we already have, and from that we have to create a from that we can use the single file inference file. So if you want, I can show you that. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I think we will cover it tomorrow in the inference.
okay.
model.
Yeah. That we can do, right?
So custom model basically, so currently for inference script, if you see, so there are two checkpoints which we need to specify, right? The pre-training checkpoint and the fine-tuning checkpoint. But loading these two models while inference, if you want to deploy it or something like that, then it becomes very painful because two models have been loaded in the memory, right? So we basically wrote a custom wrapper to merge these checkpoints so that we could use just one. Yeah, so we will cover it. So basically, you don't have to do anything. The custom model script basically does that. So yeah, you just have to specify just one checkpoint instead of two while inference.
Okay. So that is actually used for deploying single inference.
Exactly.
Whatever issue.
Exactly.
Yes. Fine. Okay.
Okay, so for those who have still not done the KNLM one, you just have to go to winfer.sh. You have to change the WTL decoder to 0, and you just have to give the name of your LM, and you can run the infer file as it is. Rest everything will be same. Just two things. WTL decoder will be 0, and LM name should be your LM name. That's it. Okay, for those who want to resume their training, maybe they want to resume their training in the evening. I will just show what you need
So
to
in
do.
inferencing, is it required that pre-trained model also? Because I have just seen somewhere that
Yes.
pre-trained model checkpoint path
Yes,
given.
yes.
How you are using that during inferencing?
Yeah. So the CNN weights are not changed during fine tuning. Okay.
We
So the
have
CNN weights.
you have put it 0, no? That all the layers will train, or that CNN layer will not train. After that, whatever this
Even after
transformer
that,
layers will train. Is
yes,
it?
only transformer layers train in this network. So even if you open the whole network, the CNN is not changing. So the CNN weights are loaded from the pre-trained model.
Okay, so
That's why we need the
the
flexibility.
hunch is once this feature extraction is done, we will not do anything on that.
We will not do anything. Yeah.
Using that.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Right. That's why the pre-trained model is.
So for those who want to restart their fine tuning, they don't have to do anything much. You just have to go to the start fine tuning thing, and if you can see over here, okay. So if you see over here, you can see that checkpoint underscore restore file. It is taking the checkpoint last. So by default, it will take the checkpoint last point that you already had while you were running your model. So you don't have to do anything. You just have to go to the inference file, and you just have, the fine tuning file, start fine tuning, and then just bash start fine tuning.sh. You don't have to change anything, because it will automatically take the checkpoint underscore last, because it was the last checkpoint that was made before you stop the training. So if somebody wants to resume it in the evening, they can do that.
Hello, I am still getting the error. Like Anirudh said, he has fixed it. I mean,
okay.
I'm still getting some error.
Let me share my screen. Yeah. So I am running it on your instance.
Yeah.
This thing. Let me just try to run it. So I'll just do dash infer.
But okay.
Yes. Seems like
I don't know.
It is running. Okay. Let me. You share it now, and maybe you try.
Yeah.
Something strange things are happening inside this TCP.
Yeah, this one, like, I will run it again.
Okay.
Or how did it happen? I mean, here I've just one step before I got this error.
This is GCP magic. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
So anyone else have error? Otherwise, we may close this session, today's session. Maybe tomorrow we can meet at 10. If anyone have, then.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
What is the name of the LM model?
It's train underscore text. If you want, you can give your own name also.
LM underscore name equal to?
Train
For
underscore
LM.
text.
Can I show my this terminal?
Yes.
So what I have to write here? LM underscore name.
Yeah, so it's train underscore text.
Train underscore
text. Text.
text.
Yes.
Oh.
Did you create the LM? Yes, you did, right?
I think
Did you do the run pipeline thing?
Pipeline.
Yes.
How I'll check it?
I think you created. I remember you created. You can just do ls ..
ls
Yeah,
dot
Priyanshu,
space.
on this instance, the NVIDIA is not working, right? So I don't know
Oh, yes, yes.
how far I'll have to debug this instance after.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just check
ls.
LM. LM.
Yeah, lm.
No.
lm.
After that also you had to put an LM. Just same command above. The same command
Okay.
which you were doing above. No. Yeah, LM. After this, write LM.
lm.
I'll give it to you.
Okay.
No, I'll send the command.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just do this if you have created an LM. Anyways, you won't be able to run it. But if you want to check, you can just give a check to your LM. Yeah, just paste it. Okay, so you have not created the LM. So I had pasted the commands for the LM creation. You can just see that and you can create the LM as well.
Oh. How I have to do? Actually, I was logged out because of internet connection.
Okay. Yeah, so you can go to cd // lm lm. Yeah, vi, then press enter. Vi run pipeline.sh.
Run.
Just press a tab. Just no. Just go back to run. Now press a tab.
Tab. Okay.
Tab. Yeah.
Okay.
Open this.
Run underscore. Enter.
Yeah. Just enter. Then LM name, just put it at train.text. Train_txt text.
Okay. Trend underscore txt.
Text. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, save it. Bash run pipeline.sh. Run. Press tab.
Okay.
So this is all you can do for now because the NVIDIA drivers are not working. So your LM is created, but you won't be able to infer for now. So let's wait for one day. Let's see tomorrow.
Okay. So I will not be able to
If you will be able
run
to
that
fix
one.
it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, madam.
Hello.
After updating this decoder to 0 and LM name train_text, then what I have to do? In VIM.
Then bash infer.sh.
Okay.
You can save the infer file and then you can do bash infer.sh.
Yeah, thank you.
So shall we close the session for today?
Yes.
Does anybody have any query? Okay, so thank you very much, Anirudh. Thank you very much, Priyanshi. Today we are closing the session. Tomorrow we will meet at that 10. Okay, thank you very much.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Everyone.
Thanks, everyone.